Hello dear audience! Let me introduce myself. My name is Alvin from the 11th grade, and today I'm here to bless your brains with the information I got about Newton's first law of motion. So, who is Isaac Newton, you ask? Sir Isaac Newton was an English physicist and mathematician famous for his laws of physics. He was a key figure in the scientific revolution of the 17th century. Yes, he is the dude who found out that apples could fall down from apple trees. Yes, I know you are now very speechless, as you must be very thankful for my generosity, as I would now explain to you about one of his famous laws of physics. So, what is Sir Newton's first law of motion? Sir Newton's first law of motion states that an object will remain at rest or in uniform motion in a straight line unless acted upon an external force. Yes, I know some of you might not know the meaning of some of these words, and that is why I prepared the definitions beforehand. So, what does it mean when an object is at rest? An object is at rest when the position of an object with respect to its surroundings does not change with time. In short, the object is at rest when it's not moving at all. Just like this boulder. We can say that this boulder is at rest as it is not moving to any direction at all. And now, what is the meaning of uniform motion? An object is at uniform motion when the object travels in a straight line and its velocity remains constant along that line as it covers equal distances in equal intervals of time, respective to the duration of the time. Just like how a ball could roll from the left to the right with the same speed when air resistance, friction, and other forces are absent. So, after knowing these terms already, let's get to the previous examples and find out how Newton's first law of motion works. Just like I mentioned before, we can say that this boulder is at rest, as it is not moving in any direction. Newton's first law states that an object will remain at rest unless acted upon by an external force, which means that this boulder will not move or remain at rest unless there is an external force acting on the boulder. Just like how pushing the boulder with enough force will make the boulder move and not remain at rest. Now imagine having to roll a ball through the grass. Of course, no matter how hard you roll the ball, it will stop at a certain point. This is because there are other forces or external forces like air resistance and friction that acts on the rolling ball which made it stop. But if you remove the external forces, the ball will continue to roll infinitely with the same amount of velocity at every moment it is rolling. Or in short, the ball would roll in a uniform motion. So, for my last example, I would like to use an impossible scenario. So I hope that your imagination will keep up with my amazing imagination. Imagine yourself flying in an airplane for a trip, and suddenly someone opened the emergency door and pushed you out of the plane. Now normally, you will fall downwards, as there is a force which drags you down. This external force is called gravity. But according to Newton's first law of motion, if you could just remove gravity and other external forces, instead of falling down, you will fly towards the direction you were pushed in a certain velocity, just like a superhero, as there is no other force to change your direction or velocity. Well, this is all the information that I would like to share in this very moment. And in case you would like to do some more research, here is where I got all my information and pictures. At last, I would like to thank all of you for listening to my explanation and watching all the animations that I have prepared. I hope that all of you learned something new from my presentation. I apologize if I said something wrong during the presentation. So once again, thank you.